When I was about 8, I felt called to be a missionary.
Dad was involved in farming, and that was my goal. And when I went to college, I majored in agriculture, but God had other plans.
I also was interested in being a veterinarian, and so I kind of struggled with the two, but somehow God has showed me how I was to do both things.
When I graduated, I took the 10-year program through college, and when I finally got done, I was so glad to be done with school and had my calling and to go into seminary, and it was to go into missions.
The first date was about 42 years ago.
Lisa shared with me her dream, and then one of the superintendents showed up one day and said, "Jamie, what are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm in seminary." I said, "Well, what are you in seminary for?" I said, "Well, we want to be missionaries. Are you part of the system?" And that began the process of becoming a minister. And my desire to be a minister kind of took over the dream of being missionaries.
He always promised me that at some point we would do this. It just was a little later in life.
We had connections here in Belize and talked with the bishop here, and they were very open for us to come.
So when our last child went off to college 2 weeks later, we took off. We began serving 6 years ago as United Methodist Volunteers in Mission, long-term volunteers, and then about a year and a half into that, we became global ministry missionaries. I
am serving as a circuit superintendent in the northern part of Belize in the Corozal Circuit. I have 2 churches, 2 house churches, and 2 schools. I'm very busy. One
thing that we've worked really hard to do is we've been building a high school in Belmopan. We opened the school and had our first class of 90 kids. And we've been able to build along each year and add another class each time. So this year, 2017, we had our first graduation. And I think at that graduation, seeing those kids that were leaving and knowing some of the stories, I think that was one of the moments that felt like we were doing what we're supposed to be doing.
I don't know if you've heard of it, but I tell them that nobody has a thumbprint like theirs, and that means that God created you as somebody special. And so it's so incredible when I'm on the street, and sometimes I don't know if this child coming up the street is one of ours, and they'll come up to me and they'll poke their little thumb up, and I'll do that back, and I don't know, I just love the people in Belize.
I told Jamie if it's just that one kid, this has been worth the whole thing.